Have you ever felt like someone's words or actions could instantly ruin your day, leaving you feeling angry, stressed, or anxious? What if I told you that you hold the power to stop that from happening instantly? In today's video, we're diving into powerful Buddhist-inspired techniques that will help you regain control of your emotions, no matter what life throws your way. Lesson 1. Take deep breaths to calm down. When someone is making you feel bad and making you feel stressed, the first thing you should do is really breathe in and out. You can calm your mind and body very quickly by taking deep breaths. This may sound too easy. When we're upset or worried, our breathing often gets weak, which makes our feelings even worse. Taking a deep breath stops you for a moment so you can think instead of respond. Buddhism sees the breath as a link between the mind and the body. You can stay in the present moment when you focus on your breath. This keeps your thoughts from wandering to problems from the past or worries about the future. Think about someone saying something mean to you. Instead of getting angry right away, take a big breath. Take a deep breath in and let the air slowly fill your lungs. If you do this easy thing, it will slow down your heart rate, relax your muscles, and make you feel calm again. When you're feeling very upset, taking deep breaths can help you remember that you can change how you react. What other people say or do doesn't matter. You are in charge of your own feelings. If you do deep breathing exercises regularly, you'll be able to calm down faster before things get out of hand. Stop and take 3 slow, deep breaths the next time you feel your feelings taking over. Each breath will help you stay grounded, so you can deal with the situation calmly and clearly instead of letting your feelings get the best of you. This will become a habit for you over time, and you'll quickly be able to control your feelings again. Lesson 2. Talk to yourself in a positive way. Your mind talks to you all the time and shapes how you feel and act in the world. This conversation with yourself has a big effect on whether you let other people control your feelings or stay in charge of them. The things you think about become real to you in many ways. What counts more than what someone says when they criticize you is how you take what they said. You're not in charge if your mind starts telling you things like, "They don't respect me," or "I'm not good enough." You can get that power back though if you change the way you talk to yourself to something good. Buddhism teaches us that the way we think affects how we feel. Negative thoughts will make us hurt if we let them take over. Mindfulness and self-awareness, on the other hand, can help us catch these negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones. Let's say someone says something mean. Stop having your negative thoughts take over your mind and remind yourself of how valuable you are. "I am in charge of my feelings," tell yourself. "Their words don't make me who I am." This doesn't mean rejecting the truth or acting like everything is fine. It means seeing things in a way that makes you stronger instead of weakening you. You could tell yourself things like, "They might be having a bad day," or "Their opinion doesn't change my worth." When you talk to yourself positively, you protect yourself from other people's negative thoughts. You'll start to notice that your feelings stay the same no matter what someone says or does. This kind of positive self-talk helps you get through tough situations without letting other people decide how you feel. How to train your inner voice to think things that make you feel better instead of ones that make you feel bad is important. This change in the way you think will make it much harder for other people to control your feelings. Lesson 3. Engage in physical activity. Putting your energy into physical exercise is one of the best ways to stop letting other people control your feelings. Tension builds up in our bodies when we feel strong feelings like anger, frustration, or sadness. You can get rid of that extra energy in a good and useful way by moving around. The mind and body are deeply linked in Buddhism. The mind gets tense when the body is tight, and the other way around. This is why exercise is such an effective way to keep your emotions in check. Moving around, like going for a quick walk, a run, doing yoga, or even just light stretching, helps clear your mind, and takes your attention off of your feelings. Picture this. Someone just said something that upset or vexed you. Stand up and move instead of sitting with those feelings and having them grow. Take a short walk around the block, pay attention to your breathing, or stretch for a few minutes. You'll notice that the strength of your emotions starts to fade as you move your body. You can think about the situation again with a more level head after taking a break. Regular exercise also makes your body release endorphins, which are hormones that make you feel better and less stressed. Adding moving to your daily life can help you deal with stress better. You'll be better able to deal with mental problems without letting other people get to you if your body feels strong and healthy. Physical exercise is a quick and effective way to relieve stress and get back to normal when you're feeling overwhelmed emotionally. Moving around should be one of your go-to ways to get back in control of your feelings, whether it's a short walk or a more intense workout. Lesson 4. Imagine a peaceful scene. Visualization can help you keep your feelings in check. Now and then, when someone is making you feel bad, close your eyes and picture a peaceful scene. Making this easy changes your mind from being upset to being calm. The mind is like a big ocean in Buddhism. Ocean waves can crash into each other all over the place at times, making the surface rough. But the water is always still deep below the surface. You can go deep into that calm place inside yourself by practicing visualization, no matter what is going on in your feelings. You might picture a calm beach, a peaceful forest, or a calm mountain. Imagine being in that place and not being touched by the chaos going on around you. Pay attention to the little things, like how the waves sound, how the breeze feels, and how the sun feels on your face. It will help you feel better to focus on these quiet images for a while. The problem that seemed too much to handle will no longer have that much power over you. That being said, this method works especially well when you can't physically leave a stressful scenario. For instance, you might not be able to leave the room if you're having a tough talk at work or a fight with your family. But if you close your eyes and picture a peaceful scene, you give yourself a mental break that helps you get your feelings back in check. The more you do it, the faster you'll get good at visualizing things that will make you feel calm again. This will help you handle tough situations with grace and clarity instead of responding out of anger or frustration. Lesson 5. Take a short break if needed. Taking a break from a situation is sometimes the best way to get your feelings back under control. When someone is making you feel bad, your first instinct might be to protect yourself, get involved, or argue. But a lot of the time, the more you do something, the stronger your feelings get. Taking a short break can help you get some space and new ideas at this point. One teaching in Buddhism tells us to act in ways that bring peace and unity. This teaching is called right action. Walking away from something that is making you feel bad is sometimes the most peaceful thing you can do. It doesn't mean you should never get into a fight, but you should know when you need time to calm down and come back to the situation with a clear head. Taking a break lets you deal with your feelings without the stress of things getting worse. It might be as easy as leaving the room, going outside for some fresh air, or giving yourself a few minutes to gather your thoughts. When you step away from the intense emotions of the moment, you give yourself a chance to relax, think, and come back with a more balanced view. You're not giving up on the problem when you take a break. You're giving yourself time and space to keep your feelings from getting affected by what other people do or say. When you go back to the conversation or situation, your emotions will be more stable, which will make it less possible that someone else can control how you feel. Lesson 6. Challenge negative thoughts. When you're feeling bad, ask yourself, what thoughts are making me feel this way? When someone criticizes you, you might think, they don't like me, or I'm not good enough. But is that really what you think? Most of the time, The bad thoughts we hold on to are either overblown or based on assumptions. Buddhism tells us to question our thoughts and see them for what they are. Stories our minds make up that are only brief and often exaggerated. When you fight against bad thoughts, they start to lose their power over you. When someone says something that makes you feel something, stop and ask yourself what that feeling is based on. Ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Or is there another way to look at this? By changing the way you think, you can change how you feel. Someone makes fun of your work in some way. They think I'm not good at this, might be the first thing that comes to mind. This thought can make you angry, frustrated, or doubtful of your own abilities. However, if you question that thought, you may realize their comment may not reflect my true abilities. Maybe they are projecting their own stress or insecurities. Once you change your point of view, their words no longer hurt as much emotionally. You don't have to be defensive or angry in response. You can be cool or even empathetic. You are not denying the truth of the situation when you question your negative thoughts. Instead, you are seeing it through a bigger kind of view. Instead of automatic negative reactions, the goal is to think thoughts that are more positive and based in truth. No one will be able to control your feelings as much as you can, because you are in charge of the story your mind is telling you. When you regularly question your negative thoughts, you train your mind to respond less. You get stronger emotionally and pay more attention to the stories you tell yourself. Over time, you'll find that fewer things can make you feel strongly emotional, and you'll be able to keep your inner peace no matter what's going on around you. Lesson 7. Think about being thankful. Being thankful is one of the most important things you can do for your emotions. When someone hurts or offends you, it's easy to let bad feelings take over. But if you change your mind to what you're thankful for, you can instantly feel better. Buddhism sees being thankful as a way to find peace and happiness. It's hard to think about the things that make us sad when we're focused on the things we like. It's easy to focus on the bad things going on around you when someone is trying to get your attention or make you feel something. But if you take a step back and choose to focus on being thankful, your feelings will change. Even if you're in the middle of a fight or being harshly criticized, taking a moment to think about the good things in your life, like your health, your family, or the chances you've been given, can help you see things more clearly. Let's say you're having a bad day at work and someone says something mean to you. Do not get caught up in that bad conversation. Instead, take a deep breath and think about what you are thankful for. One reason could be that you have a job that helps support your family. Another could be something unrelated to work, like the love of your partner or the help of your friends. Focusing on thanks doesn't change what happened, but it does change how you feel about it. Being grateful on a daily basis makes you stronger emotionally. When you constantly hold a thankful attitude, it's harder for other people to make you feel bad. Being thankful makes you emotionally strong, shielding you from the bad things going on around you. When someone tries to make you angry, don't give in to your feelings. Instead, take a moment to think of something you're thankful for. Being thankful will help you rise above the situation and keep your peace. Lesson 8. Be kind to yourself. Learning to be kind to yourself is one of the most important things you can do to take charge of your feelings. When other people make us mad, it's not always their words or deeds that hurt. It's often how we judge ourselves in response. We might tell ourselves things like, "I should have handled that better," or "Why am I letting this get to me?" But this only makes the mental pain worse. Self-compassion, on the other hand, means being kind to yourself the way you would be to a close friend in the same situation. Buddhism stresses how important it is to be kind to yourself as well as to others. If someone says or does something that hurts you, don't be hard on yourself for being upset. Instead, be kind to yourself as you recognize your feelings. It's okay to feel hurt. This is a hard time, but I can handle it. By being kind and understanding to yourself, you take away the power that other people have over your emotions. Self-compassion doesn't mean putting down your feelings or letting other people hurt you. It means being aware that you are human and that having feelings is a normal part of life. Do not judge yourself for having an emotional response. Instead, be kind and warm to yourself. This small change in how you think can completely change how you deal with mental problems. Let's say you're feeling stressed out after a bad conversation with someone. Do not scold yourself for not keeping calm. Instead, take a moment to talk to yourself. How do you feel today? What do you need now? You might need a few minutes to calm down, a friend to talk to, or even some time to yourself to get your bearings again. When you are kind to yourself, you make it harder for other people to control your feelings in the future. This makes you more emotionally strong. When you practice self-compassion, you tell yourself that it's okay to feel things. It's how you treat yourself afterward that counts. People who are mean to themselves will have less of an effect on your mental health as you practice self-compassion. To control your feelings, you don't have to push them down or act like they don't exist. It's about learning how to deal with problems in life in a way that gives you power instead of having other people tell you how to feel. You can quickly take control of your emotions by practicing these 8 lessons. Deep breathing, keeping a positive inner dialogue, being active, picturing peaceful scenes, taking breaks, challenging negative thoughts, focusing on gratitude, and being kind to yourself. These aren't just vague thoughts. They are useful tools that are based on the timeless knowledge of Buddhism and have been updated for modern use. If you use these techniques on a daily basis, you'll notice a big difference in how you handle tough situations. You'll stay calm when things get tough, handle disagreements politely, and most importantly, you won't let other people decide how you feel.